Thank you very much. We're here with Ann Rose from the Green Mountain Sugar House, and we're here with Jess Olberg and Jacqueline Olberg. And what are you guys going to make for us today?
We're going to make a pecan pie, a maple pecan pie with maple
whipped cream.
Whipped cream. You can't have pie without whipped cream, which is great. And you know, you guys, your sugar house in Ludlow, it's very different than any other sugar house. It's on the lake, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's on the lake, and during the summertime and fall, we have a lot of people come by boat to buy maple syrup and maple creamy.
So if you have a boat and you're down in Ludlow, come on by and get maple syrup. And you guys are open Maple House weekend, right?
Yes, we are. During Maple Open House weekend, we're open both days, Saturday and Sunday, from 10 to 4, and we're serving sugar on snow, maple coffee, and maple donuts, and it's all complimentary.
And maybe this year some pies? Maybe?
Well, maybe.
You never know. If you call ahead or you get on their Facebook page, maybe you'll find some. So how should we start this off?
Well, I think Jess is going to start with the whipped cream.
Okay, so a little heavy whipping cream?
That's heavy whipping cream. That's a cup, and she's going to start beating it. And then slowly we're going to add the maple syrup to it.
Okay.
And the maple syrup that we're using both in the whipped cream and also in the pecan pie is the darkest, strongest grade, which is the grade B.
Yep. So I mean, it's got that really bold, mapley flavor to it. It's what I love.
And if you use anything lower, it tends to a higher grade. It tends not to give you the maple flavor that you're looking for.
Right. Right. And you know, cooking-wise, the reason why you don't want to add the maple syrup in early is it's really hard to whip that cream, so you want to slowly infuse it in once it starts getting soft peaks, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Great.
How you doing there, Jess?
It's battering.
It's taking its time.
It got me right here.
It got you right in the face. It got the maple whipped cream right in the face. So this pie crust is beautiful. Is it butter-based pie crust?
It's not. It's actually made with shortening. Like
awesome.
we tend to like the shortening better.
It's flakier, right?
Yes, it is flakier. I have to make a confession, though.
Yes.
My husband made it.
Well, there is, from my perspective, there's nothing wrong with men who cook.
Well, I actually was practicing making the crust, and he was watching me. Finally said, "Get out of the way."
Well, he did a really nice job.
Mine,
his attention to detail.
Mine would taste okay, but it wouldn't look pretty.
Very, very good. Well, great. Well, let's start making the filling. What do we do with the filling?
The filling, Jacqueline and I are going to do together, aren't we? First, we're going to do the eggs. Do you want Grandma to do the eggs?
Whoa, you are an egg cracker.
Okay, we're going to do it that way in case we get any shells so we don't put it into the filling. There we go.
Good job.
We'll just...
Right there.
That's okay, that's just the white part, honey. There you go, there's another one.
I gotta crack it here.
Well, you are a good egg cracker.
I help my mommy cracking eggs.
You help your mommy crack eggs? That is very good. Do you crack eggs for breakfast? Or pancakes? Do you eat a lot of pancakes with all your maple syrup?
She loves pancakes.
Oh, everybody loves pancakes.
Now, you know, that's right. You got your towel, don't you? Towel on your apron. Okay, now we need to just beat the eggs.
Good, and that whipped cream is really, it's nice and thick, and you're slowly starting to fold in that maple syrup too, which is great.
So we have 3 eggs,
okay.
And then we're going to add the maple sugar to it. This is a cup of maple sugar.
And most people in Vermont know what maple sugar is, but for the people in the suburbs, what is maple sugar?
Maple sugar is pure maple syrup that's been cooked down, and then it's been stirred. It's cooked to a hot temperature, I think somewhere around 260, 280.
Yeah.
And then it's stirred to that consistency.
And then it starts to crystallize. And
right,
then
it actually kind of bursts into sugar.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
And I mean, maple sugar was really popular, you know, before the 30s, before maple syrup became popular as, you know, something that, that was used around the country as a baking. And up here, specifically in the Northeast, was really a big baking use of sugar because it was so expensive to import sugar from outside.
Right. Yep, it was the main sugar. Okay, and then we're going to add the butter to it.
Oh, you got to have butter.
And that's a half a stick of butter.
Nice. And you're just stirring that in. You're a good stirrer. That is great. And is it's pecans, right?
Yep.
Okay, do you use pecan pieces, half pecans?
No, I use the whole pieces.
Okay.
The
You love like the super
I think
pretty
so.
look.
Yeah, I do.
That's all right.
It's not a cheap recipe, but it's also a very elegant recipe.
Right.
And it's an easy one to do, as you can see.
Yeah, I mean things. But you know, if you're gonna have a really good dessert, you
might as well go for it.
You might as well go for it.
The other thing that we need to put in here is 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup too.
Okay.
So this is maple. Could we have the
So it's
jug?
maple on maple pecan
Yes.
pie. Now, Jess, I heard that back in the day you were a Vermont maple queen.
Yes, I was.
Nice, nice. And did you marry a Vermont maple king?
I did not. I did not.
I can't see with
That's
that
okay.
glasses.
Yes.
And are you going to be a maple queen?
Jess, where's the 3/4?
You're there.
One day,
there?
maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
One
Okay.
day, yes.
Now, Jacqueline, you can pour that into there.
Right, so we got a little maple syrup in there, and that's going to thin it out. And when you bake this, it's that egg component that's really going to thicken it up.
That's right. And we bake it at 350 for probably approximately 3/4 of an hour. What you do is you just stick the knife in, and if it comes out clean, then it's done.
Or you can do like the brownie shake test where, you know.
I don't know. I've not done that.
Oh, you got to do the shaky shakies. We always do the shaky shaky.
I think if you did the shaky shakies, you might have a mess in the oven if
True.
it's not ready.
True.
Okay, now we're just going to pour the nuts, and it's usually I like a lot of nuts in mine.
Okay.
And I think that's about 2 cups. Some people may not want as many.
Good job.
So we're just going to spread
But
that
they
out.
won't know what they're missing.
There, now, Jacqueline, we need
That's
to pour
great.
that in there. Do you want me to do it, or you want to do it?
Right.
Okay.
All right, that's all right.
And then it's just poured into the nut mixture.
Wow, that's great. And it's really just kind of seeping in there and just
That's
getting
right.
all over there.
And then it's just baked.
Great. And so now do we throw it in the oven to bake it up?
We sure do.
All right, so we have our magic oven here at VPT Studios.
It's very fast,
It's
isn't
very, very quick.
I want one of those at home.
it? So shall we put it in the oven?
Great.
Okay.
Be careful not to trip.
And then do we...
Yep. We'll pull out this. It's such a magic oven that it actually cooks the pie, and then when you take it out, it's totally cool.
Yeah, I didn't need pot holders. That was great.
We got a
Here
little
it
knife
is.
here.
How did you do
And will you do the honors?
Do you want to do it, or do you want Grandma to do it?
I want to do
Oh, there we go. That's what we like to see. And you can really see, I mean, it's got a beautiful golden crust on it. The crust is,
do it together.
your husband does a nice job
He
with pie crust,
does.
you gotta say.
He didn't want me to say anything about him making the crust. So we might have a problem when we get home.
It's an awful long car ride down the road.
Then we had a spatula here.
Right here. This looks awesome, and I love how you definitely gave me a giant piece.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it is really thick. It really holds up really well. It's really dense. It's not all oozing over. I mean, that's a beautiful
And then
pecan
we
pie.
need
Oh, we got to put that. Can I just dip in?
You can. That's all yours.
You got a little bit of both, which is great. Are you jealous because I get to eat the pie? You'll get to eat the pie too, I promise.
Maybe we can bring home a piece for Daddy, huh? For the fictitious pie, huh?
You know, and that's fantastic. I mean, you really get that big, bold maple essence, but at the same time, you get that nut crunch and the...
It's a good combination. Pecans and maple go very well together.
It's a great combination. And I hear, the rumor has it that you make this for a series of fundraisers, but don't necessarily ever feed it to your family.
We've never had it.
So
I'm so excited.
this year,
2012 will be the year I feed my family.
this pie, because it's so good that it's all time. Well, thank you guys for coming up today.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to pass it back to the pledge set, and you did a great job, and you made a delicious pie, so thank you. So we're going to send it back to the pledge set. Make sure you call into VPT. We definitely need your help. And think about coming out to Ludlow for Maple Open House.